वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र
पुत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र
वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते
भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक्प्राणचक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम्।
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्।
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु।
अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु।
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु
ते मयि सन्तु।
ते मयि सन्तु।
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
See, द्वितीय खण्डस्य तृतीय मन्त्रः। प्रथममन्त्रः यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति दहरमेवापि नूनं त्वं वेत्त ब्रह्मणो रूपं यदस्य त्वं यदस्य देहेषु तन्मीमांसमेव ते अन्ये विदितम् इति आचार्यस्य वचनं। दहरमेव त्वं वेत्त नूनमेव त्वं वेत्त। दहरं नूनम् एव त्वं वेत्त आचार्यस्य वचनं श्रुत्वा शिष्यः वदति नाहं मन्ये सुवेदेति नो न वेदेति वेद च इति। अन्यदेव तद्विदिता ततो अविदिता तदि इति अस्य वाक्यस्य आगमवाक्यस्य अर्थं सम्यक् अवगम्य शिष्येन स्ववाक्येन उक्तः अस्ति नो न वेदेति वेद च। यो नस्तद्वेद तद्वेद नो न वेदेति वेद च इति शिष्यस्य वचनम्। अनन्तरं श्रुतिः स्वयम् एव उक्तवती यस्या मतं तस्य मतं मतं यस्य न वेद सः अविज्ञातं विजानतां विज्ञातम् अविजानताम् इति। All the words, all the mantras using the same word, using the words and the nunge of those words, nunge, the mantras are presented. So therefore it is to be understood very clearly. The words of the Shishya are so amazing that it shows that he has understood. And Shruti also comes and says, approves. Yasya matam tasya matam, matam yasya na vedatah. Same meaning. No na vedeti vedacha. Anya devata vidita rato vidita dadi. Shruti also presenting the same thing. Using the word matam and amatam. Shishya used the word veda. Shruti uses matam. Shruti avijñātam vijānatam vijñātam avijānatam. Seemingly contradictory words. But we saw what Acharya clarified the contradiction. There is no contradiction. Avijñātam vijānatam vijñātam avijānatam iti. And we saw this is the hetu for saying yasya matam tasya matam matam yasyana vedasaha. Vijānatam shatranta vijānatam purushanam. Avijñātam, those who know, for those people who know. Brahma vijānatam. Brahma vijñātam bhavati. Vishetvana vijñātam. Those who really understand Brahma, they know Brahma not as an object. Whereas vijñātam vijānatam, those who do not understand Brahma, they objectify Brahma. That is the meaning of the second line. But alone, that is a hetu. Hetumat yasya amatam tasya matam. Yaha na janati saha janati. Matam yasya na veda saha. Yaha janati, saha na janati. So, yaha na janati, saha janati. Yaha na janati, saha na janati. Seems to be confusing. There's no confusion. Those who objectify Brahma and understand Brahma, they do not know Brahma. They are avijanatam. They are ajnatavanta. Those who do not objectify Brahma, understand Brahma to be the Swarupa of the very subject. They know Brahma. Say jananti, jnatavantaha, Brahma, jnatavantaha. So having said this, now the next, the mantra, Shruti says, Katam Brahma, Brahmanaha, Jnanam, Samyak Katam Bhavati, Katam Veditam Bhavati Brahma iti. Shruti Uttavati, Fatad Bhashikara, gives a Sangati. Let's read. Avijñātam vijanatam iti
विज्ञातं विजानताम् इति
avadhritam
अवधृतं
yadi brahma atyantam eva avijñātam
यदि ब्रह्म अत्यन्तम् एव अविज्ञातं
लौकिकानां brahmavidam cha
लौकिकानां ब्रह्मविदां च
avisheshah praptah
अविशेषः प्राप्तः
avijñātam vijanatam iti cha
अविज्ञातं विजानताम् इति च
paraspara viruddham
परस्परविरुद्धम्
कथं तु तद्ब्रह्म सम्यक् विदितं भवति इति
कथं तु तद्ब्रह्म सम्यक् विदितं भवति
इति
इति
एवम् अर्थम् आह
एवम् अर्थम् आह
प्रतिबोधविदितं मथम्
प्रतिबोधविदितं मतम्
अमृतत्वं हि विन्दते
अमृतत्वं हि विन्दते
आत्मना विन्दते वीर्यम्
आत्मना विन्दते वीर्यम्
विद्यया विन्दते मृतम्
विद्यया विन्दते मृतम्
विद्यया विन्दते अमृतम् एङ्ग पदान्तादति विद्यया कथं मृतं विन्दते न तु मृतम् अमृतम् अविज्ञातं विजानताम् विज्ञातम् अविजानताम् इति पूर्व मंत्रे उक्तः यत् उक्तम् अवधृतं सम्यक् तस्य अवधारणं कृतम् अवधृतम् it was iti avadhritam, it is ascertained, it is clearly very well ascertained. Avadhritam avadham dhritam avijñātam vijanatam vijanatam purushanam brahma vijanatam purushanam brahma avijñātam vijanatam purushanam. For those who know Brahma, for them Brahma is not known. Brahma avijñātam bhavati tesham vijanatam Brahma vijanatam. Brahma is unknown for those who know Brahma. Vijanatam, V is for samik avadharanam. For those who know Brahma correctly, meaning Brahma is not an object. Iti avadhritam. This was very clearly avadhritam avadharanam kritam. Kena taya shutya. So therefore, Brahma is not known, not understood, not avagatam as an object for those who know Brahma as it is. Iti very clearly the ascertainment was made. Yadi Brahma atyantamev avijñātam. Suppose if Brahma atyantamev completely avijñātam, it is not known. It is Brahma avijñātam, not known, unknown. Unknown avijñātam eva atyantamev avijñātam. Completely it is not known. If Brahma is not known. As avijñātam vijñānatam, the Shruti said, then laukikanam loke bhavaha lokikaha. Loke bhavaha lokikaha lokikaha lokikanam tesham brahma vidham cha. Avijñātam vijñānatam, they are Brahma janati, but not as an object. They are Brahma vid. Tesham brahma vidam and lokikanam. Lokikanam, if you remember, three categories we gave. One is Brahmavita. Avijñātam, Vijñānatam is one category. Vijñātam, Avijñānatam, second category. Third category, they do not know Brahma at all. Those who know Brahma correctly, those who know Brahma incorrectly, those who do not know Brahma. Third category, under that only comes the Lokikaha, the common people. Loke Bhavaha, Lokikaha, the common people. Now, if Brahma is completely unknown, then what is the difference? Avisheshaha praptaha. No special, no distinction is obtained between the Lokikas, the common people, and the Brahmavits. Because both of them do not know Brahma. Avisheshaha praptaha. That's what it means logically if you analyze the statement of the Shruti. Avijñātam vijñānatam. It is the wise people, they do not know Brahma. Lokikaha also, Teshamapi, Lokikanamapi, Brahma avijñātam eva. Vijñānatam Brahma avijñātam. Lokikanamapi Brahma avijñātam. Tayoho kaha vedaha asti va, kopi vedaha nasti, therefore avisheshaha. There is no vishesha, there is no distinction between them. Both of them are same. Illiterate and literate. Knowledgeable and ignorant. Ignorant is completely ignorant. Not that they have understood Brahma wrongly. That is second category. So therefore, there is no difference. Non-difference is the conclusion is obtained between the two. So iti, one possibility, one doubt is raised. And also, avijñātam vijñānatam iti. For those Brahma is not known, they know. Brahma is unknown for those who know. That also, paraspara viruddham, it is contradictory. Avijñātam vijñānatam, if you just read superficially, it is contradictory. Similarly, vijñātam vijñānatam, contradictory. Paraspara viruddham eva. It is self-contradictory, the statement. Avijñātam, Brahma is not known for those who know Brahma. Anybody hearing this statement will be confused because it is self-contradictory. Paraspara viruddham asti. Two padams are there, two padam contradicting each other. Avijñātam, not known. Vijñānatam, no. Not knowing is no. They know. Not knowing Brahma, they know Brahma. Contradictory. Therefore, katam tu tad Brahma samyak viditam bhavati iti evam artam. Aha. Therefore, how that Brahma can be correctly understood if that question is asked. For that, the answer is given. the following mantra. Evam artham, for that purpose. For the purpose of clear understanding of Brahma, the Shruti says, the Upanishad says, Pratibodha viditam matam mritatvam hi vindate. Atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate mritam. Vidyaya vindate amritam. That's a famous phrase. In fact, in our infant reader, the Vadya publication book, you can see it is their logo. Vidyaya vindate amritam, vindate amritam. Vidya, by knowledge, one gains immortality. Tyage neike amritatvama na karmana na prajaya dhanena. Tyage neike amritatvama nashuto. Tyage neva amritatvam. By renunciation, by giving up alone, amritatvam, immortality, some people have attained. That is the meaning of this Shruti. So it means by immortality alone, by Tyaga alone, immortality is attained. Tyaga of what? Tyaga, the giving up of a wrong notion. What Tyaga we can do? Only if we have anything, only if we possess really anything, then only we can do Tyaga. What Tyaga? We don't possess anything. What Tyaga can be done? Really speaking, what Tyaga? We don't, we know that nothing belongs to us. We cannot claim anything as ours. The moment we claim, the one gives a blow. We cannot, we enjoy them. We are the custodians of what we have for the time being. We can enjoy them for time being. We cannot claim that to be ours. Anything, even if it is a body, we cannot claim. The moment we claim, the death snatches it. So Tyaga is giving up the wrong notion. But that is what sannyasa is. Giving up the wrong notion, that kartrutva abhimanam, which is adhyasta on this sharirvana sangata, that is Tyaga. How that will go, how that abhimana will go? By knowledge. So Tyaga means knowledge. Renunciation, giving up, implies knowledge, jnana. So Tyagena eva amritatvam. It means Vidyaya eva amritatvam. The same thing here also. Vidya vindate amritam. All Upanishads speak in the same language. Tattu samanvayat. Dharma Sutra also, there's a sutra. Tattu samanvayat. There are no contradictions, or there are no different teachings available in different Upanishads. Not different Shrutis have different teachings, different opinions, different mata. All Upanishads, they speak in the same language. The truth being same. The expressions are different. The truth is one, that all the Upanishads present. So, Vidyaya vindate amritam. Pratibodha viditam matam. This statement is important. Somebody likes this statement. Pratibodha viditam matam. This is the most prasiddha Vakya, Upanishad Vakya. Pratibodha viditam matam. Pratibodha. Brahma yadi. Pratibodham. Pratibodhe. Pratibodha viditam. Bodham padam prati. Viditam Brahma. Yadi Brahma viditam avagatam bodham prati. Yadi viditam. Bodha ityukte. Bodha ityukte. Knowledge. Bodham. Bodha is Atma Bodha, we say. Atma Jnanam. Bodha. Knowledge. Knowledge, or not only knowledge. Bodham prati. Bodha meaning knowledge. Bodha can mean experience. Bodha can mean even the cognition. So every Bodha, Bodham, every cognition, every thought, pratyaya. Bodham, prati. Bodham, prati, prati bodham. Avibhava samasa. Remember in the samasa, you have seen the Sutram, Aviyam, Vibhakti, Samipa, Samriddhi, Viruddhyartha, Bhavateya, Sampati, Shabda, Pradurbhava, Paschadetana, Purva, Yoga, Padya, Sadrisha, Sampatti, Sakalyanta, Vachaneshu. There Yatha, the word is there. Yatha, the word is, we saw it, explained in four, it has four meanings. Four meanings we gave. One meaning is Vipsa. Vipsa. Bodham, prati. Prati bodham. Dinam, prati. Prati dinam. Ahan, ahan prati. Agaga prati. Pratyaham. Avibhava samasa. So bodham prati, meaning in every cognition. Dinam, every day. So not like every cognition, every thought. Knowledge, bodha is knowledge. By knowledge means not the jnanam that is through vritti only. The knowledge happens only in the buddhi and in the form of the vritti. Therefore, it is any jnanam is vritti jnanam. Any jnanam, it is only in the form of vritti, thoughts. Otherwise, how can knowledge will happen if thoughts are not there? When you see a ghata, there is ghata jnanam. Pata jnanam. Iko yanachi sutra jnanam. So that particular thought, the knowledge happens only through the thought. Therefore, pratyaya in every cognition. In every cognition, bodham prati, Brahma viditam, Brahma is known, understood, recognized, appreciated, Brahma is known, Brahma is matam. How is it? Bodham, in every cognition, Brahma is understood. We need to analyze what is this cognition. Brahma doesn't require any special cognitions or special experience. As we saw in the Panchadashi also yesterday, it is in every experience. Every experience validates Brahma, the existence of Brahma. The cognition, the vritti, the pratyaya is there is no special pratyaya, there is no special cognition for knowing Brahma. The special cognition, special pratyaya is expected, then the knowledge, special cognition happens, that is not Brahma. That is why the spiritual field there is a confusion. Special cognition, special experience. There is no special cognition, there is no special experience. Nothing is special. It is Brahma is in fact it is common because it is you. You are special. You are special means through the Upadhi Brahma manifests, therefore special. So bodha in every cognition, in every knowledge, in every pratyaya, if it analyzed that, the pratyaya comes to light. The pratyayas are jada only. Pratyaya meaning it is the thought that nothing but the mind. The antakaranam in which the thoughts occur, antakaranam or pratyaya. In fact, the flow of thoughts is mind. As we say, the flow of electrons is current. Similarly, the flow of thoughts is antarindriyam, antakaranam. Antakaranam is jada eva. Therefore, vritti is jada. It is insentient, achetana, like body. Body is gross body, achetanam. We don't have any problem in understanding gross shariram as achetana. The same thing. The mind is also achetanam only, jadam only. It is subtle jadam. It is inert, the subtle manner, subtle, because the mind is also is made of panchabhuta only. Yatash, from Panchabhuta, Panchabhautika, this Panchabhautika Prapancha and this Shariram. In the beginning stage, when the Antakaranam was formed, was created, how was it created? From the Sattva aspect of the all the Pancha Mahabhuta put together alone constitutes the mind. Sattva aspect. Akashasya Sattvamshaihi. Similarly, Vayoho, Agnehe, Prithivyaha, Apaha, Pancha Mahabhutanam Sattvamshaihi, Kriyamanam, this Antakaranam, this mind. Therefore, that is also Jada only. So, therefore, Vritti is Jada. The Vritti is lighted up by what? By Chaitanyam, by consciousness. Therefore, Vritti comes to light. Being Jada, it cannot illumine itself. There must be an illuminator. There must be one who illumines that. So, illuminator, illumined. Two things are there. Idam Mamsha and the Aham Mamsha. Idam, this Vritti. Aham, not Ahankara. Aham, Shuddha Aham, Atma Chaitanyam. When you have a Gata Vritti, when you perceive a Gata, a pot thought, Gata Pratyaya, Gata Bodhaha, Gata pot cognition. Pot is cognized. Pot, there's a pot in the external world, the pot is seen through the eyes. The perception of the pot takes place through the Chakshurindriya, and the pot vritti happens in the Antakaranam. It is Jadam. The pot thought, the vritti is illumined by Chaitanyam. Therefore, we cognize a pot. Really, where is the pot? The pot is not in the external, but it is there in the buddhi. Really, what we see is what is illumined by the Chaitanya. That alone we see in the Antakaran. What we see only the Antakaran really. We don't see the external world. That is why what we perceive inside is different. What we perceive outside is different. So we cannot really perceive the outside thing. Not possible. We perceive only that inside. There is no direct perception of external things. It is not possible. External things are taken in and it is reflected in the Antakaranam. We see only the reflection of that external thing in the Antakaranam. That alone we perceive. Therefore, no one can see really external things as it is not possible. That is the beauty. That is why what we see is not what we see. We say, what we see is not what we see. That's a misconception is possible. Thank God the Indriyas cannot manipulate objects. That is why they faithfully report what they perceive. Therefore, with regard to the perception of the external objects, there are least errors. Therefore, we perceive, provided the Indriya sense organs are fine and they are intact and they function properly. Otherwise, there will be wrong perceptions. So, all the perception of external things happens internally. So, internal perception. Without internal perception, there cannot be external perception. Therefore, nobody can perceive things externally. It is all purely internal perception. So, therefore, the vritti which is formed in Antakaranam, Gata vritti, that is illumined by the Chaitanyam. Therefore, there is knowledge of Gata. And that vritti goes away. Another vritti comes, Pata vritti, a cloth. Then there is the Pata vritti, the thought, the Pata pratyaya. There is a Pata pratyaya, that is Jadam only, that is illumined by Chaitanyam. Therefore, Patakara vritti. That Pata goes away, another Mata comes. So there is one after the other, the frame continuously changes, but the frame changes like in the movie, the cinema, theater, the scenes change, but the screen doesn't change. The screen remaining same, the scenes change. Similarly, Vritti keeps changing. Vritti keeps changing in keeping with the perception. Perception through Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, through all the five that keep changing. But that which illumines this perception, but that which illumines his experiences, Shabdanubhava, Sparshanubhava, Rupa, Gandha, Rasa, that doesn't change. That remains same. So therefore, vrittis are different. The illuminator, the conscious, that is same. Therefore, two amshas are there in every perception. Without which perception is not possible. One is vritti amsha, idam amsha. Idam, it is also like the jagat, idam, it's an inert object. Then there is aham amsha, chaitanya amsha. Achetana amsha is there, chetana amsha is there. Achetana amsha is this vritti amsha that is subject to change. It keeps on changing. That is the nature of the mind. One vritti after the other. It is variable. What about the chaitanyam? That is invariable. The variable, in every variable there is invariable. Bodham prati. In every cognition, in every pratyaya changes, variable. In the variable, there is invariable. Most of the time, not most of the time, always, our focus is only in the variable, not in the invariable. That is why the Shruti now draws our attention to the invariable, not in the variable. Vritti is there. Vritti being there, the vritti comes to experience in the presence of which that is invariable. Towards that, our focus is drawn by the Shruti. So, Jada vritti being Jada, it comes to experience, it comes to knowledge in the presence of which that is Chaitanya consciousness, which do not change, invariable. That is bodham, prati bodham, viditam, Brahma Chaitanya viditam. Vritti being Jada, it cannot reveal anything by its own. It cannot become knowledge, it cannot become experience. Because it is Jada. It is there is nothing but antakarnam, the modification of the antakarnam. It's a matter. It's a matter, it's a Jada. So therefore, since they are the product of Maya karyam, this antakarnam, therefore Jada. Therefore, vritti is Jada. Vritti is like any other Jada vastu only. It is blessed by Chetana Amsha, Chaitanyam, which doesn't vary, invariable, which makes the Jada vritti as though conscious. There is a mix-up of the Jada and Chit Jada Granthi. Chit Jada Granthi. That which cannot be mixed up is as though mixed up. Only when it is mixed up, then only cognition takes place. Then only the knowledge of the Vishaya takes place. Otherwise, it cannot happen. So every Vishaya Jnanam is due to the mix-up of this unmixable, these two. That which cannot be mixed up is as to mixed up, and therefore there is cognition. What a beautiful thing it is. This is how the entire process is. So therefore, every experience implies two amsha, vritti amsha, and which is achetana amsha, and chetana amsha, chaitanyam, Brahma chaitanyam. Therefore, chaitanyam is invariable. We often forget to notice invariable. We don't observe the screen. We only caught up with the scenes. There are emotions, there are fight. There are so many things in the scene. We caught up with the scenes, forget the screen. Without screen, scenes are not possible. Similarly, in every vritti is invariable with the aspect that Chaitanyam is there. That has to be observed, that we fail to observe. Gata vritti, there is Chetanamsha is there. Katavritti goes away, Patavritti, there is Chetanamsha. So vritti, no vritti will stand for ever. It has to, that is how the mind is. That is how the mind is. The mind should be also. No vritti remains ever in the antakarana. Goes one after the other. A series of vritti comes and goes. That is how the mind should be. That is how the mind has to be, and it is how it is. And every vritti comes to cognition, thanks to Chaitanya. Only when blessed by Chaitanya, then only the knowledge, the cognition happens. So therefore, vritti. Vritti is thought. The same vritti is called pratyaya. Pratyaya we call when pratyaya, with the same vritti, when blessed by Chaitanya is called pratyaya. So pratyaya is bodha. Bodha is pratyaya. So here, the bodha means the vritti alone, but vritti when blessed by Chaitanya. It is bodha, it is pratyaya, cognition. So that's a difference, fine difference between vritti and pratyaya. So vritti is thought, pratyaya is also thought only. But pratyaya comes, we translate pratyaya as cognition. Means it is blessed by Chaitanya, therefore comes to cognition. So therefore, the one who appreciates this invariable Chaitana Amsha in every thought, in every pratyaya, in every bodha, he understands Brahma. Matam. Yada Brahma bodham prati pratibodha viditam bodham prati viditam tada tat Brahma matam bhavati tasya matam bhavati jnatam bhavati samyak darshanam bhavati. When Brahma is understood as the Chaitanyam in every cognition, every perception, then the Brahma is understood. The mantra is, meaning of the mantra is given, Yada Brahma Pratibodha Viditam. When Brahma Bodham Prati Viditam, Pratibodha Viditam. When Brahma is understood in every pratyaya, every cognition, every bodha, tada tad Brahma matam bhavati, viditam bhavati, samyak darshanam bhavati. It is understood. It is understood, well understood. It is clearly understood. Why? He is Yasmat Karana. The reason for the Samyak Darshanam, well understanding, is Yasmat Uktatma Brahma Jnanat Amartatvam Vindate. Amartatvam Hi Vindate. He, because by this Samyak Darshanam, by this understanding alone, Amartatvam Vindate. Amartatvam, the status of being immortal, immortality. Vindate, vindate, labate, amartatvam labate. Amartatvasya praptihi bhavati. Amartatvam vindate. Correct understanding. Correct understanding alone will give amartatvam, that is moksha. Moksha is amartatvam. That is sapechika. Atyantika, it is atyantika amartatvam. Knowing one becomes free, muktaha bhavati. The person becomes amrita. Amrita means not subject to death. Not subject to death. How do you say Shariram comes and goes? We are not talking about Shariram. Even Shariram also cognized in the Antakaranam, in the form of the Pratyaya. So it is behind that which is behind every cognition. That is not Agamapai. That doesn't come and go. So knowing that one becomes free means that is you. So that is you. Therefore, that doesn't have distraction. Therefore, this non-destructive, that which is not subject to destruction, knowing which the person becomes free means that is you. The nature of Atma being not subject to change. It is not subject to change. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dagati pavakaha. Achainam kledayantyapah, nashoshayati marutaha. What change is possible for Atma? Nothing can bring about a change. Achedyoyam adagyoyam akledyo shoshayavacha. Nityaha sarvagataha sthanuhu achaloyam puratanaha. Avinashi tu tadviddhi yena sarvamidam tatam. Vinasham avyasya na kaschit kartum hargati. In so many words, Bhagavan has said in the Gita. So therefore, Atma na jayate na mriyate va kadachit nayam bhuta vita vana bhuyaha. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha na anyate nyamane sharire. So therefore, vasamsi jenani yata vihaya namani gridnati naroparani. Only sharira is comes and goes, whereas Atma doesn't come and go. It is always immortal. It is always Amrita, no death for Atma. Therefore, knowing which, you become free from death. Understanding Atma is moksha. Correct understanding of oneself to be that, the person becomes free from marana. Because Atma is amarana dharma, not subject to death. Therefore, not subject to janma also. Janma nasti, marana api nasti. If Janma Marana is not there, what about the Vikaras in between? That also is not there for the Atma. Jara Nasti. Change is not possible. Asti Jayate, Vadate, Viparinate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati. All the Shat Baba, Shat Vikara, not there for Atma. Nothing is there Atma. It is Atma is Purnaha. Where is Samsara? Samsara is not for Atma. Samsara, that's why we say Samsara is it's a error. It's an error. It's a mistake. How that mistake comes, we cannot say. Mistake is there. We have to remove the error. The whole process is removing the error. So therefore, Amrtatvam Vindate. Amrtatvam Vindate, it is not Amrtatva is something which is gained. It is oneself is free from death. That one knows. But death in the form of this, the limitation. Limitation is not there for Atma. It is Purnaha. The limitation is samsara. Janma Marana, all these are limitations. Limitations is Mrita, Mritatvam. Unlimited, there is no limitations. All the limits are broken. All the limits are broken, all the limits are not there for Atma. So it is understood that the Atma doesn't have any limits. It is Purnaha. Therefore, the person as though gains. It is not really gaining. It is with Siddhasya Siddhihi. Therefore, Amrtatvam Vindate. Understanding Atma, Agamatma, Jagat Karanam Brahma, the person gains Amrtatvam, immortality. So what gives immortality is this knowledge alone. Vidyaya, Amrtatvam Vindate, Matam, the correct knowledge, correct understanding. By that, Amrtatvam Vindate. So for correct understanding, by that Amrtatvam. What is the hetu for Amrtatvam? Correct understanding. What is the cause for Amrtatvam? That Samyak Avagamanam, Samyak Darshanam. By correct understanding which is devoid of all errors. That is real understanding. Why we say right understanding, correct understanding? Because wrong understanding is possible. That is why correct understanding. That way we say Samyak Darshanam, clear vision, clear understanding. A clear understanding, one becomes free from samsara, amrtatvam, one gets moksha. Then the second line says, Atmana vindate viryam. Atmana eva. Vindate, viryam vindate. One gains a strength. One gains a strength, viryam. Sa viryam karavavahi, viryam we say. Viryam. One gains the strength, the courage, strength of knowledge. One gains the strength of knowledge for amritatvam. because this Amritatva, Atma is Amritatva Swarupa. The strength of this knowledge, the Vidya, in fact, that is the strength. This this power of knowledge, Vidyayaha Shaktihi, that is the Vidyam. That Vidyam, the power of knowledge which comes from this knowledge, from this jnanam, the power that comes from Atma, that neutralizes Mritatvam. Atma is Amritaha. Atma is always Amritaha. That Amritatvam through the knowledge of Atma, that is the Shakti, that is a Vidyam. Atmana. Atmana vindate Vidyam. Atmana samahitena chetasa avashaka. Here it gives samahitena by the mind, which is samik agita, which is well integrated by that, by the mind which is well integrated, by the mind which is well prepared. That mind gains a samarthyam, the capability, the capacity to understand Atma. So Atmana can be taken as Antakaranam. So Antakaranam, which has a capability to understand this knowledge, the knowledge of Atma. By that knowledge of Atma, Amritattvam vindate. Atmana vindate vidyam. Atma is Amrita Swarupa. By knowing Atma, by knowing one's Swarupa, one gains Amritattvam. There is no really gaining. It is as though gain. It is accomplishing the already accomplished. Praptasya prapti. So Vindate is natu nutana anubhava prapti or vishaya prapti. It is praptasya prapti. So therefore, the strength of being immortal that comes from the Atma. You can take Atmana to be Atma, or Atmana can be taken to be the Antakaranam. That meaning also is possible. The strength of being immortal that comes from Atma, Satchidananda Atma. Because Atma is immortal. Therefore, Vidyaya Vindate Mritam, that is one interpretation. Or Atmana can be taken as Samahitena Chetasa, by the mind which is well Samik Agita, well integrated, well focused, well prepared, and gains the capability, the Vidyam, Samarthyam to know Atma. By that, Vidyaya Vindate Mritam. By knowledge, Amritatvam, Amritam Vindate, gains Labate, immortality. So that is the meaning. Atmana Vindate Vidyam. The strength of this Vidya, this knowledge neutralizes, destroys Mritatva. That is the power of this Vidya that comes from Atma. Blessed by Atma. Blessed by Atma, the power of knowledge. Blessed by Atma, this Vidya, by the strength of this Vidya, one gains Amritam. That is one meaning. Or we can take Atma to be Antakaranam. So Atmana Vindate Vidyam. Vindate Vidyam. Vidyam is Shakti, power. The power of knowledge. By the power of knowledge, Vindate, he gains, the person gains Vindate. One gains the strength of knowledge. One gains the strength of knowledge. The strength comes from Atma. Atma Balam, Atma Kripa, he say. Or Atmana to be Antakaranam. So Samagita Antakaranena, Vidyam Labate, Samarthyam Labate. Samarthyam in what? Samarthyam to gain knowledge. The capacity to gain knowledge. The strength to gain knowledge. That comes from Antakaranam, which is blessed by Atma. So therefore Atma Kripa. And by the knowledge, Amritam Vindate, immortality one gains. Vidya Amritam Vindate, Labate, one gains Amritam. Amarana Dharmam. Amarana Dharmam is the nature of Atma. So therefore one knows. Vindate is janati, by knowing. There is no really gain. So knowledge gives freedom, means freedom is my nature, my swarupa. So therefore knowing that I am free, I am free. Not I become free, I am always free. That I am bound is also, I am bound, it's a notion. I am bound. That is notion. That notion is removed. Therefore, we say one becomes free. It means one recognizes oneself to be free. Because I considered myself to be bound, myself to be mortal, not knowing the nature of myself. When knowledge happens, then I understand myself to be always free, free from death, free from samsara. That is Amrtatvam Vindate, Amrtatva Praptihi. Now let us read the Bhashyam. Pratibodha Viditam,
प्रतिबोधविदितं
Bodham Bodham Pratividitam,
बोधं बोधं प्रतिविदितं
Bodha Shabdena,
बोधशब्देन
Bodhaha,
बौद्धाः
Pratyaha Uchyante,
प्रत्ययाः उच्यन्ते
Sarve Pratyaha,
सर्वे प्रत्ययाः
Vishayi Bhavanti,
विषयी भवन्ति
Yasya Saha Atma,
यस्य सः आत्मा
Sarva Bodhan Pratibudhyate.
सर्वबोधान् प्रतिबुध्यते
Acharya himself gives a Vigraha Vakya. Bodham Bodham Prati Bodham Prati Bodha Viditam. Bodham Bodham Prati Bodham Prati Bodham Viditam. Prati Bodha Viditam. In every cognition, with Brahma Viditam, Brahma is known. Bodha Shabdena, Buddhaha not referring to Buddhist. Buddhaha meaning it is Buddhau Bhavaha Buddhaha. Tadita, Buddhaha. Buddhau Bhavaha Buddhaha. That which is obtained in the Buddhi. Buddhi Sambandh. Tasya Jataha one Tadita Sutram is Tasya Jataha. Buddho Bhavaha Buddho Jataha Buddhaha Pratyaha means thoughts. Pratyaya. They are called Pratyaha. Buddhi Shabdena. Buddhi means Antakaranam. Antakaranam alone plays a role of Buddhi, plays a role of Manaha, Chitta, and Akankara. So therefore, Buddhi is Antakaranam. Nischayatmika Buddhi, we say. Same Antakaranam alone. Antakaranam, because of function, in terms of functional aspects, it gets different names, but same Antakaranam. So Buddha means it is Antakarane. Bhavaha Pratyaha Bauddhaha Prati Uchyante. And Sarve Pratyaha, all Pratyas Vishayi Bhavanti. Abhuta Tadbhavechi Pratyaya. Avishayaha Vishayi Bhavanti. Though that is there, that which are not objects becomes objectified. That which are not objectified becomes objectified. Vishayi Bhavanti. Sarve Pratyaha Vishayi Bhavanti. Become the object. It means objectified. Vishayi Bhavanti. Shukli Karoti, like that. Abhuta Tadbhavechi Pratyaya. Shuklam Shukli Bhavati. Avishayam Vishayi Bhavati. They become the object. They are objectified. Sarve Pratyaha, all the Pratyas, all the thoughts, they are objectified. They are objectified, they come to cognition. For whom? Yasya saha atma. For whom? Yasya, for whom saha atma, that atma. For the atma, for whom all the thoughts, pratyas are objectified, become object. And therefore the thoughts are recognized. Sarva bodhan pratibuddhyate. They become, all the pratyaya becomes object for the atma, and therefore sarva bodhan pratibuddhyate. Sarva bodhan prati. Sarva bodhan prati buddhyate. With reference to all the bodhas, the thoughts, then Atma is Pratibuddhyate. Atma is Chaitanyam, is that invariable consciousness is Buddhyate, is recognized. Bodham Bodham Prati. The Prati can be written separately. Bodham Sarvabodhan Prati. Because Bodham Bodham Prati is not Prati Buddhyate. Prati, then space and Buddhyate. Atma Buddhyate. Sarve Pratyaha Vishayi Bhavati Yasya, for which all the pratyas become cognizable, objectified, for whom saha atma, that atma, buddhyate, is recognized, sarva bodhan prati, bodham bodhan prati, sarva bodhan prati, with reference to all cognitions. With reference to all cognition, thoughts, atma is buddhyate, atma is understood, atma is recognized. In every cognition, atma is recognized. In fact, because of thoughts alone, atma is recognized. Later, Vashikara will say, beautiful thing we'll see. So, the recognition of atma is possible through the thoughts, through the vishaya. Only when the pratyaya becomes vishayas, objects of cognition, then only atma is appreciated. Otherwise, atma, without any reflecting medium, how it will be appreciated? Because there is nothing else available to recognize atma. Atma alone is self-shining. Therefore, to recognize atma, for these jada, the antakaranam, this jada prapancha is of much use, through which the atma is recognized. So bodhas becomes the basis, the medium for recognizing the atma. Because no bodha is possible, bodha is not possible without atma. And every bodha, therefore, atma is. If there is no bodha, not that there is no atma, there will not be recognition of atma, because there is no bodha, there is no object. No object, subject alone is. Then how that subject will be recognized? So therefore, the bodhas becomes the manifester, abhivyanjaka. The bodha become the abhivyanjaka, the manifester of the antakarnam, the bodha, the cognition, becomes the manifester of the Chaitanyam, through which the Chaitanyam is, the invariable Chaitanyam is appreciated. Therefore, Atma Buddhyate. Atma is recognized, Buddhyate, known, understood. It is recognized, appreciated, with reference to all the bodhas, all the pratyayas, sarva bodhan prati, Atma Buddhyate. Because pratyayas are objectified. When the pratyayas are objectified, the objectification, in every objectification of the pratyaya, Atma is recognized. When Gatavrati implies Atma, Patavrati implies Atma, Matavrati implies Atma, Atma is the cognized. Thought that the pratya's content of the pratyaya changes. The content of the pratyaya changes. The content of the pratyaya, that anatma changes, but there is atma, the thread which is running all through, that doesn't change. Therefore, buddhyate. Therefore, atma buddhyate refers to all the changing the pratyayas. Because of the change, the Atma is recognized. Because of the scenes which keeps on changing, the screen should be recognized. Should be recognized. We should not fail to appreciate the screen on which all the scenes are projected. Minus screen or minus these scenes, minus the scenes, how the screen can be appreciated. Because of the scene, the screen is appreciated. Similarly, because of the bodha, the pratyas, Atma is appreciated, recognized. This is the meaning. More on that we will see next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣಜಿ.